O.J. Simpson was born Orenthal James Simpson on July 9, 1947, in San Francisco, California. Raised by his mother Eunice after his father left the family, young O.J. struggled with rickets, a condition that left him bow-legged. His childhood was far from glamorous, but his determination to overcome adversity was apparent. O.J.'s love for football began in his teenage years. Attending Galileo High School, he showed promise as an athlete, despite early struggles with human academics. His natural talent earned him a scholarship to the University of Southern California, where he became a legend. At USC, Simpson's talent flourished. He won the Heisman Trophy in 1968, cementing his status as one of the greatest college football players of all time. His charm and charisma made him a media darling, and after joining the NFL, he became a household name. Simpson transitioned seamlessly into celebrity status, starring in movies and commercials and living the high life in Los Angeles. In the early 1970s, O.J. Simpson was at the peak of his fame. He was wealthy, adored, and had access to the glamorous Hollywood elite. It was during this time he met Nicole Brown, a young waitress who captivated him with her beauty and innocence. They married in 1985, seemingly the perfect power couple, living in luxurious Brentwood mansions. But behind closed doors, their marriage was far from perfect. Nicole endured emotional and physical abuse, a fact later revealed through police reports and her own diaries. Friends described O.J. as controlling and jealous, often belittling Nicole in public. Their relationship spiraled into darkness, culminating in their divorce in 1992. Nicole, a loving mother to her 2 children, had divorced O.J. Simpson 2 years earlier. Their relationship had been tumultuous, marked by allegations of domestic abuse. On the night of her murder, Nicole had dinner at a restaurant where Ron Goldman worked. He had stopped by her home to return a pair of forgotten sunglasses. Was this a crime of passion or something far more calculated? It was a cool summer evening in Brentwood, an affluent Los Angeles neighborhood. Nicole had spent the night at her children's dance recital. Hours later, she and her friend, 25-year-old Ron Goldman, were found brutally murdered outside her Brentwood condo. The scene was horrific, a trail of blood leading to Nicole's body, slashed at the neck, nearly decapitated, with stab wounds covering her torso. Nearby, Ron Goldman lay lifeless, evident signs of a struggle etched into his bloodied hands. A single bloody glove was found, a clue that held more weight than imagined. All eyes turned to O.J. Simpson, the charismatic football icon turned actor. He had a history of jealousy and volatility, especially toward Nicole. The police quickly turned their attention to O.J. Simpson. DNA evidence linked him to the crime scene, and a bloody glove found at his home tied him to the murders. But was it too convenient? Did O.J. commit the murders himself, or did he hire someone to do his bidding? Before he could be arrested, the nation watched in shock as O.J. led police on a slow-speed chase in his white Ford Bronco. Inside, a distraught Simpson held a gun to his head, threatening to end his life. Was this the act of a guilty man or someone overwhelmed by public persecution? After the infamous Bronco chase, O.J. Simpson was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder. The nation was in disbelief. How could a beloved sports hero and cultural icon be accused of such a gruesome crime? Simpson pleaded not guilty, declaring his innocence to the world. The prosecution's case seemed airtight. O.J.'s blood matched samples at the crime scene. A bloody glove in his backyard tied him to the murders. Nicole had reported domestic violence in the past, but the defense had its own story, one of police corruption, tampered evidence, and racial bias. The trial began on January 24, 1995, and immediately became a media circus. Cameras filled the courtroom, broadcasting every moment into millions of homes worldwide. The trial captivated America, televised daily, dissected nightly. O.J. Simpson's defense team, nicknamed the Dream Team, included high-profile attorneys like Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, and F. Lee Bailey. On the other side, prosecutors Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden fought tirelessly to seek justice for Nicole and Ron. perhaps the most iconic moment of the trial was when O.J. tried on the infamous bloody glove found at the crime scene. The glove appeared too small for his hand, and Johnny Cochran seized the opportunity, delivering the unforgettable line, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit." It was a turning point that cast doubt on the prosecution's case. After 8 months of testimony, media frenzy, shocking revelations, and intense public debate, the jury reached its verdict on October 3, 1995. O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. The courtroom erupted. Some cheered in celebration of justice against racial bias, while others mourned what they saw as a failure of the justice system. The acquittal didn't mark the end of the case. In 1997, the families of Nicole and Ron filed a civil wrongful death lawsuit against Simpson. Unlike the criminal trial, where the burden of proof was higher, the civil trial found Simpson liable for their deaths. He was ordered to pay $33.5 million in damages, a verdict that many saw as the justice they were denied earlier. Nicole's children, Sydney and Justin, were left to grow up in the shadow of tragedy. Where are they now? They've largely stayed out of the spotlight, living private lives. Questions still linger. Some theorize that O.J. may have hired an accomplice, possibly a hitman. Others believe the evidence was mishandled, creating reasonable doubt. One curious detail remains: a bloody shoe print at the scene matching an expensive pair of shoes O.J. denied owning, until photos surfaced proving otherwise. After the trials, Simpson's life unraveled. His celebrity status faded, and he faced financial ruin due to unpaid civil damages. In 2008, he was convicted in an unrelated armed robbery case and served 9 years in prison, which he was then released in 2017. Today, he lives a quiet life, but questions about his innocence remain a cloud over his legacy. For Nicole's family, the loss remained unbearable. Her sister Denise became a fierce advocate for domestic violence victims, founding organizations to help others escape abusive relationships. Ron Goldman's family continued their fight for justice, speaking out against Simpson and ensuring their son's name was never forgotten. The O.J. Simpson trial was more than a criminal case. It was a cultural phenomenon that exposed fractures in American society. Issues of racism, domestic violence, celebrity privilege, and media sensationalism collided in what many call the trial of the century. Today, O.J. Simpson lives out his life in relative obscurity, while Nicole and Ron's families continue to honor their memories. But the chilling question remains: what really happened on that fateful June night? Or is there more to the story that we may never fully uncover? What do you think? Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of the most infamous true crime stories in American history, the trial of O.J. Simpson. This case shocked the world, sparked intense debates, and forever changed the landscape of media and justice. From the courtroom drama to the cultural impact, its legacy continues to resonate decades later. If you found this video informative or thought-provoking, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to support the channel. Your engagement helps us create more content that explores pivotal moments in history with the depth and care they deserve. As always, thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and remember that understanding history is key to shaping a better future. Take care.